things to say. One is, in my life and in my very brief political career, so I'll stick with my life, there's nothing more important than re-electing Barack Obama President of the United States. And Colorado is very likely the place that's going to make this decision. And there are a lot of national pundits and a lot of national reporters that are out there that are already saying, well, it's not going to happen. He can't win. The American people don't understand the economic difficulties that we face, the structural difficulties that we face, the fact that this is complicated and hard and structural, which it is. I think the American people do understand that. I think the people of Colorado understand it. I think they know that every single day the president has been president. He's got up every morning with one thought on his mind, which is how do we make this better for everybody? Not just a few people, but for everybody. And I think that's why, in the end, he's going to win Colorado and he's going to win this election in the United States. Not for him. That's not why I'm concerned about this, but for all of us. And to listen to Michelle Obama last night
Amazing.
Talk about her relationship with the president, but also their relationship to their daughters, reminded me, as I'm sure it did everybody here, of your relationship to the people that you care most about. In my case, Susan and our 3 little girls. And to listen to her talk about him coming home every night. I wish I could come home. Come home every night to the White House and be able to sit there and have dinner with his daughters and talk about, as she said last night, middle school challenges. I was laughing because that little girl Caroline, that 2 years ago when we were running was 11, turned 13 on Friday. And she and Helena, the 2 oldest ones, have been fighting and arguing and in some sense misbehaving. I've been calling them teenagers, fake teenagers. Now Caroline's a real teenager, but it's so bad that a month ago or 3 weeks ago I was home and Anne, the 8-year-old, the 2 older ones were arguing, and Anne looks over at me and she's sitting there, she looked straight at me and said, now you know what I have to put up with. But in the end, that's really who we are. You know, whether we have a family of our own, whether it's our neighborhood, whether it's our community, it is about all of us together, working together to make sure that each of us reaches the potential that God has given us. Each of us reaches the potential that this great democracy provides a chance for us to get to, and that we're not rolling up the carpet on the people that are coming after us, which really is the debate that we're having right now in this country. Now, I came this morning late, and I apologize for that. Out of bed, I shouldn't say that, but I was, because I got there too late because Sergio Gonzalez put me in there too late. Right there. And I'll be here tomorrow as well, because the thing is, it's all going to come down to Colorado. And there was a New York Times article this weekend, I don't know if any of you saw it, but it was an article about the president's path to victory. And it said, this guy, Michael Bennet, we'd never heard of before, we never thought would win, everybody thought would lose, had no chance of ever winning, won in 2010, and that's the path the president is taking to win in 2012. And that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the people that I see in this room who managed to make it possible at a time when all the national reporters, all the national pundits said it was impossible, that it would never happen. And if you'll forgive me, as the father of 3 daughters, I have to say, it was Colorado's women in particular. Who created the biggest gender gap in any Senate race in the entire United States to make sure that we won in Colorado. And that's what we're going to have to do again. We have said, the chairman said, 63 or 64 days until this election is done. And what I want to say to you is this: I will spend every single second that I am awake, every single second that I am asleep, every single second between now and then, doing everything I can possibly do to make sure that Barack Obama is re-elected President of the United States. We can sleep the day after, and we can sleep the day after that. But between then and now, our job is to make sure that every single person in our state that has a ballot with their name on it, that hasn't been prevented from voting by our Secretary of State, that has the chance to get to the polls, gets to the polls, and that our friends and neighbors get there and vote for another 4 years for Barack Obama, not for him, not for him, but for my 3 little girls, and for your little boys and girls, and for the grandchildren that we all hope to have. That's why this election is so important. And I would just ask you to please do everything you can do for the next 6 to 3 days to make sure we bring this home. Thank you for having me here.